Hey there, I am so happy that you found my channel. I'm Lisa Concepcion, certified love life strategist, coach, dating and relationship expert, and founder of lovequestcoaching.com. And this video, I am going to talk a bit about too soon sex. People who have sex too soon. A lot of women that I coach make the mistake of having sex too soon. They say that they want a legit one-on-one serious relationship, but their behaviors don't match the words. So we're going to get sorted out on who has sex too soon, why, what the implications are, and where this is all coming from. It's a self-esteem issue. It's a self-worth issue, but it can be overcome. So I wanted to jump on and have a chat about this because there are people who really do want serious one-on-one committed relationships, but they are not behaving in a way that makes that true. And so people get confused. There's confusion, right? So when you're on a date and you're vibing, serious, and you know how to communicate what it is that you want in your own life, and you do it in a way that's feminine and open and engaging, then that person, that man, is going to look at you like, wow, like this is a high value person. This is like, I got to bring my A game. You'll hear that expression a lot from high value men who dabble in basic chicks, but then meet somebody really good, somebody who's like more partnership, wifey material, and they'll say something like, whoa, I have to bring my A game with this girl. And that just means that they recognize that it's a high value person. This is a person that isn't dating from a place of scarcity. She knows who she is, what she wants, and she's not in a dating situation for approval or to be liked. She is sizing you up just the same as you are sizing her up. And she's totally fine with making decisions and having discernment, and in the end, walking away from something if it is not for her. So let's just dive on in. I'm going to back it up a minute. And we're going to set the scenario, okay? Because this is the thing that a lot of people find themselves in. So it's common. And I want to begin by saying that oftentimes when high value women find themselves in a situation where they have sex too soon, they right away beat themselves up. So they get into this funk, and they get into, it could last a few days, a few weeks even, where they're just like, oh, I'm so stupid, I shouldn't have done that, like what's wrong with me? So I want you to understand that that was not you having sex. Now, let me explain. There is a wounded version of you who needs soothing, nurturing, care, concern, discipline, and most of all, love. And that wounded version of you is the one calling the shots in your relationship, oftentimes, or in your dating life. Oftentimes, that wounded version of you is missing something. They want to be liked, they want to be loved, they're looking for validation, and they're doing it while dating. And they end up being self-sabotaging. That's the saboteur. That's the version of you who's going to come in and mess it up. So understand that it isn't you watching this video, looking at this information, right? You're like, you want to better yourself. You're sitting there scoping out YouTube, looking for videos because you want to better yourself. So this is the adult, mature you. And this is the you that needs to be in control of all versions of you. So the work that I do with my clients is that I help them to reconnect with those wounded versions of themselves who are kind of calling all the shots and ruining things for them, so that they then reconnect to those wounded parts of themselves, feel loved, nurtured, guided, supported, compassion, all these wonderful things that I teach my clients how to give themselves, so that they are not looking for those things outside of themselves in the form of relationships, other people, promiscuity, excessive spending money, shopping, booze, what else? You name it, right? So here's the scenario. You go on a date and they show up and you meet them and there's good chemistry and you hit it off and you're like, oh my God, you're attracted and it's flirty and it's sexy and you're like, wow, I really like this person. This is good. It's going good. So that is exactly where the adult you, the mature you, the queen version of you needs to step in, take a vibe check, think about what your end result wants to be. If your end game, your end goal, your objective is to find a husband, right? Then you need to proceed on this date as someone who is interested in a long-term committed relationship. Now, there are stories out there about people who went on a first date, hit it off, and it was like, an 8-hour date, and they ended up hitting it off, they ended up in bed, and then boom, 6 months later they got married and they're 30 years married and they're in love to this day. I mean, look, these stories do exist. So I am not going to speak in extremes, okay? There are certain cases, of course, where when it hits and that's it, right? And it works. But this is more of the norm, that's like an anomaly. That's like, wow, what an amazing story. Here it is, this girl, they hit it off, they hook up, and like they're married 25 years. Anomaly. Typically what ends up happening is women who get themselves in these situations where they're in a date situation and they're like, oh my God, this guy's really cute. He goes to the bathroom and she's texting her girlfriend, oh my God, date is going amazing. He's so cute. I'm so happy. Oh my God. And she's now nervous, or she doesn't have that confidence of handling herself strategically so that she knows what her end goal is. And she starts to ask curious questions to determine if this dude is it. Because it's one thing when you're like, wow, this guy is really hot. I really like him. And he's good looking and he's charming and he's got his shit together. But there's more that you need to know. There's a lot more that you need to know. So when you have too soon sex, it's usually happening before a real connection is established. And I don't mean connection as attraction. I'm talking like connection, where you are genuinely interested in the life of this other person. Not just, oh, he's hot, let's get it, right? It's, he's handsome. Like there's something to him. There's charisma. It's good. I like it. I want to know more. Get in the habit of saying, I have learned enough that makes me want to know more. That is what a first date, if you're high value and your end goal is serious, committed, one-on-one relationship, life partnership, typically, this is the goal of older people, right? You're more mature. Not everybody, but mostly. Especially for women, you have to be very mindful that there are men out there who present amazing. They're gracious and delicious, and they're kind and attentive, and they show effort, and they do all the right things, but they are bachelors. They're not husbands. They have no desire to merge lives in a meaningful way with you. And when you have sex too soon you don't know what category they're in. And then what ends up happening is you find yourself connected to them now, and it becomes an instant relationship. So you have a date, you have sex. Now you're sliding into either ambiguity, because now you're like, I don't know if this guy wants to be serious with me. Are we going to be exclusive? I don't know. There are all these unknowns because you didn't allow the time before the sex was had to get that information, to get the clarity about where they stand on certain key things. Do they want what you want? So what is their desired lifestyle? What are their goals? Are they on the same page as you? Let's say what your goals are, right? Factoring in what you want for your life, what you want to do in the next 5 years. Like, is this a person that can be on board for that? Like, can I invite them into my life? So there are just many, many things that you're factoring in. And I've seen girls be more judicious and more, they spend more time picking out a nail color on the wall of their manicure spot. You ever see this? Do you ever see women, they'll stand in front of like a manicure thing, and they'll be like a wall full of nail polishes. And they'll be like deliberating. I don't know, do I do a red? Do I go with French nude? Should I go dark? Maybe I want to go grayish. The decision. They spend more time thinking about something that's putting on their nails as opposed to thinking about the person they will be putting in their body. So think about that. Seriously. This is a major thing. This is an energy exchange. When you have sex with somebody, this is an exchange of energy. You're basically taking on the energetic frequency and countenance of them plus all of their shit. Everything they're going through in their life, all of their exes, that drama, right? So you got to know what you're doing. You have to be incredibly secure in where you are in your own life, right? Because you're giving that to somebody and you're not interested in, spreading your drama seed all over the world either. So there's a lot of things to factor in. There's a lot of stuff that as a high value woman, a woman who wants to be courted like a queen, should consider factoring in before she has sex with somebody. So let's talk about people who have sex too soon. Why do they do this? Like, who are these people? So typically, and this is again based on my experience and expertise in the field of love life coaching and the kinds of conundrums that people come to me for support and help with, I've learned that people who have sex too soon typically want to be approved of. They want to be liked by that other person. They aren't really sure about what they want and who they want. So they're going based on this, oh, I like them. And not really thinking, why? Why do I like them? Is this lust or is this somebody who can really be with me? And that goes back to not being clear about what they want. They're saying that they want a serious relationship, but their behavior is not aligned with that. They're not communicating what it is that they want at this particular juncture in their lives. They don't know how to, so they're just going out and having fun. They're not going out and dating with purpose. They don't know how to do it. One of the things that I teach in my coaching, one-on-one coaching, high-level one-on-one coaching, is dating strategy. And the first thing that I help the person get clear on is, what do they want for their own life? Where are you going in your own life? If you're not happy with where your life is, that's something to work on. And that is what I do with people before they even enter a dating with power and purpose program. I do basic general life coaching one-on-one, kind of like, get your shit together, and actually help people to create a plan and look at the different areas of their life where they want to improve. And we be really honest. I hold their space. I'm like, girl, let's do it. Let's be really honest and have an open, safe, good conversation about where you are and where you want to be, the gap in between, because that is going to impact who you attract and how you handle yourself when you're in a dating situation. There are a lot of people out there dating too soon. They haven't done the work on themselves. They're living lives that they are not even excited about. They're living lives that they're even maybe ashamed of in many ways. And that's not good. You're bringing that to somebody in a dating situation, and you're going to come at dating from a place of scarcity. You're going to come at dating from a place of, maybe I hope he likes me. If I don't sleep with him, he'll just, get on a dating app and find someone who will. It's a very scarcity mindset. And so what we want to do is shift you into a high value, self-loving, confident, powerful being, just who you're being in the world. And when you become that, you will find that you will attract people who don't want to have sex. They're not pushing to have sex on the first date. Especially if they really like you. So here's an important thing to note. There are men out there, most, who will never turn down sex. They will never turn down sex. So if you're on a date and you think this guy is awesome, he might not necessarily be into you that way. He doesn't know yet, right? He doesn't know. He knows pretty quickly if there's girlfriend potential, wife potential, or just some chick he could totally get into banging. Like, guys categorize girls pretty quick. And so knowing this, having sex too soon automatically puts you in a certain kind of category. The hit it and quit it. I'm going to totally take this girl out and whatever, and we're going to sleep together because she's coming on to me. I can totally get her into my apartment or my house or my condo, whatever his deal is, like that. And then, we're going to have sex, but I have no intention to date her again. I'm probably not even going to call her again. I'm a man. I have, I want sex. There's sex, easy, and I can have it. So why not? So then when you engage in sex too soon, this is what you're potentially dealing with. Then when he does not call you, ghosts you, or chit chats on text just to be polite, but doesn't ask you out again, and you're like, whoa, I think I messed up. I think I screwed it up. This is where the self-awareness comes in, where you have to say, why did I do that? Why am I doing that? What is it that I want? And is my behavior aligned with what it is that I want? Because trust me, there are women out there who just got divorced. They want to have their fun. They're married for years and years. And they just are like, dude, I want 3 years of just banging younger guys. And I just want to go wild because I've been cooped up in this marriage for 25 years and I'm looking good and I'm doing my thing and I just want to have fun. And if that's the season of your life, then honey, go for it. Absolutely, have fun. But be safe, of course, and have your wits about you, but do you. This is more for the women out there, many of whom I coach, who are really looking to up-level their lives in all aspects of their lives. They are go-getters professionally. They want to do better for themselves professionally. Even though they're doing great, there's always another vision for them that they're aspiring towards. Therefore, they want a partner, not a playmate. And so where they get tripped up is in scarcity mindset. Most of the times when women are sleeping with men too soon, it is because they are in a scarcity mindset, meaning their self-talk inner game is, well, if I don't have sex with him, somebody else will. True, but is that how you want to govern and determine who you give your body and soul to? Value yourself, value your body, your soul, your energetic exchange with somebody. So what do you need to know before having sex with somebody? That becomes a whole other question. And I encourage you, maybe after this video, to be with yourself about that and really make a list. Grab a journal, grab a pen, paper, and make a list of key things that you must know about a man before you have sex with them. And you're going to be really, really surprised at the things that you really need to know, the things that your soul tells you that you want to know at this particular age and stage in your life. And then the magic of that is understanding what questions to ask on dates so that you can determine if that person matches what it is that you're looking for. And if that is something that you're interested in, head on over to lovequestcoaching.com. There, I have a free love life assessment that you can take. And also, if you're finding me on social media, you can find me on Instagram at Lisa the Love Coach. And you can also find me on Facebook. And you can send me a private message through social media, of course. Say that you found this video and ask me whatever questions that you have. We will get together and we will sort this out because, honey, you deserve the kind of love and adoration and desire and passion and all that good stuff that you know you want. But if you have a little wounded version of yourself who's stepping in and making terrible decisions, they're going to sabotage you every single time. But the good news is you can reconnect with that wounded part of you and you can work to heal them so that they don't need to be having sex too soon, so that they can start to let you take control, you take the lead, and that's when you start being courted like a queen. So that's my wish for you girls. You girls are all lovely and elegant and beautiful, and you should be treated as such. But it begins with treating yourself that way. Treat yourself with love in order to get the kind of love that you want. I'm Lisa the Love Coach, Lisa Concepcion, certified professional love life coach and founder of lovequestcoaching.com. Get in touch with me and let's get started on your Love Quest journey today.